Hello there.
Hi.
This is Melissa.
And this is Kat.
I don't like this lipstick.
Okay. I think it looks cute.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like it?
No, I put pink on and then I didn't
Yeah.
like the pink. So then I wiped the pink off and then I put this on because I was like, oh, it's like fall and it's like, dark. But
gothy.
okay, well, maybe if I look goth. I know I was about to be like, we're both wearing black, but I feel like we both
always
are
wear black?
often always in black
Yeah.
because we have dark souls.
I just like t-shirts and I usually prefer when they're black.
Like a black t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what, too? I really like a double XL. Like, I want to be swimming in my shirts.
Yeah.
Like, for a while, I was wearing XL, and I was like, this isn't big enough.
See, I usually wear a large or an extra large, depending on the shirt.
Yeah. I'm also, like, 70 pounds heavier than you.
You're like also way taller than
5
me.
inches taller.
Yeah.
Okay, not 5 inches taller, but how tall are you?
5'2".
Oh. Okay, I'm 5 inches taller than you.
Yeah.
No, I'm 5'5" and a half. I'm not that much taller than you,
It's
really.
like 3.5 inches
Yeah.
taller.
I feel like I'm like girl tall, but also not. Like I'm at the like beginning of tall. Mm-hmm. Like 5'6", because I'm like almost 5'6". I think my license is 5'6", but I'm really 5'5" and a half. I'm a bold-faced liar.
Damn.
But would you round down?
No.
Right. I'm rounding the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm 5'6", bitch.
Yeah, I am 5'2" on a good day.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't like measured myself in a while.
Yeah, I don't know that I have
But
either.
I don't think you like really grow after like I stopped growing in like the 5th grade.
Well, I was going to say I used to be like tall. Like all my friends were tall and I was also tall. And then like we went to like summer in like 1st grade and like 2nd grade, everyone kept going and I had stopped. And I don't think I've grown since.
I sprained my ankle really bad in, was it 6th grade?
I think so. It was middle school, I think.
It was definitely middle school. Let's see,
It was when we saw Metro Station.
Maybe.
Live.
Were you in middle school still?
I think so.
So I was in 6th grade. I was going to say, I feel like it was 6th grade because I remember like being in that fucking boot. I was in a boot for like 9 months.
You were.
My ankle is like, my legs and my ankle and my hip and my knee are all still like fucked up because I like literally did not use that leg for forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw Metro Station at that really tiny venue and Tyga was the opener.
Was it? No, it was whatchamacallit? Fuck.
No, it was Metro Station because it was Trey Cyrus.
I know it was Metro Station, but it was in Janice Live.
Mm-hmm.
Janice Landing, that's what it was called. I was trying to think of their original name. Now it's called Janice Live. Yeah. That's like half rinky dink, I feel like.
There was 5 people there and we were 3 of them.
Didn't Alyssa's mom and brother just like come in through the back door?
Her grandmother.
Yeah.
They came in through the bar that's attached to the back and just sat.
It is a blessing and a miracle that we were never kidnapped.
Yeah.
You were almost kidnapped once, I guess. Anyway, where I was going with this story before we talk about your almost kidnapped story, when I got my x-rays for when I sprained that ankle, the doctor literally told me I was done growing. He was like, because you can tell somehow from like your bones. He was like, you are 5'6". And I was like, that is a shame. Because I wanted to be taller.
That's
he literally
crazy.
told me I was done growing. He's like, this is it. This is as big as I've been this big since like literally the 5th grade. There's pictures of me in 5th grade standing next to Miss Rossi, who was my teacher 1st through 5th grade.
Gifted, yeah.
And I was taller than her. Like I have been this big since the 5th grade. I was actually heavier in 5th grade though. I was like 200 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know when I stopped growing, but I do remember I was considered tall for like a while. I was like tall and gangly.
Yeah, you were tall for a minute.
I wonder if dance stunted me because it does that.
No, I think you're short.
Oh, okay.
I think you're a tiny hot topic bitch.
I am a tiny hot topic bitch, just like Haley Williams.
Just like I think you were just born tiny.
That's so true.
Yeah. But anyway, you did almost get kidnapped.
Yeah, I was walking home from my friend's house, which was, what would you say, 7 houses down from ours. It was on the same street.
More than that.
Like on the other
I'd say
side.
10 houses down.
And
3 extra houses.
we would take the bus and she would get off at my stop. and then hang out at our house for a little bit. And then I would walk her like halfway home. And then I started walking back. So I was like maybe 5 houses away from our house. And somebody on a bicycle started following me and like tried to like literally grab me. Like he kept reaching out to grab me.
Pick your ass up. He was going to drag you on the bike. That's crazy.
Yeah. And a lady in her car saw it happen and honked her horn and scared him. So he fell. He had to have been like inebriated or something because like he fell so hard on his bike just from like somebody honking their horn. And like also who's trying to fucking nab like a
Somebody
weird
on a
ass
bike.
little like I was like in like 6th or 7th grade. Like I was young.
A gross old man.
Yeah. He was like
That's
older.
crazy.
Like he was definitely like middle-aged, I would say.
Like the amount, like we just were outside all the time.
Yeah. And so then I ran home and then the lady who was like honking, like pulled up into our driveway and was knocking on the door to make sure I was okay. But I was like traumatized. Like I wasn't answering the fucking door for like another stranger. And then I called my parents, told them what happened. We didn't call the cops until the next day. I don't know why.
Like
at that point, what was
mom
the
and
point?
dad, like why did they have us?
Yeah. And then so the next day the cop was like, well, what am I supposed to do now? And I was
Period.
like, I don't know. I'm just
didn't
the
make
child.
choice. Yeah. He's being really annoying.
But yeah, so and then that same week on the bus, I rode the bus to my other friend's house.
I remember this.
And there's a Popeyes on the bus route, and I watched someone. We were at a stoplight, and then the light turned green, and we started moving. We were next to the Popeyes, and somebody opened somebody else's car door, reached in with a gun, and shot them in the face. And I literally watched it happen.
We had such a good childhood.
And I'm still here today. For whatever fucking reason.
I remember one time I was turning off of 275 and I was going under the like
Overpass?
underpass.
Yeah.
Like underpass. I guess it's an overpass.
You're going under the overpass.
I was going under the highway.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally saw a guy get stabbed. And I like didn't
keep driving.
Yeah, I just kept driving.
That's Tampa.
But there were like other people around. I'm sure somebody called the police, right? I think about that a lot. I should have called the police.
I don't know that I had a cell phone yet when I saw the person get shot.
No. Yeah, you would have because I got a cell phone in 5th grade.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was in like 6th or 7th grade. So you wouldn't have had yours yet.
If you were in 7th grade,
I would have.
you would have.
But
But
if
if
I
you
was
were
in
in 6th
sixth-
grade, probably not.
I don't remember.
You know what I think about all the time? I've had the same phone number for legitimately like 20 years.
We had one phone number before.
No.
Yes. We both had phone numbers that were the same number except the very last one. And then we both got new numbers.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I've had the same phone number since like at least the 6th grade. Like I have had the same phone number for literally almost 20 years.
I got a new one when we both
couple-
did. And then I think I got another new one.
You got a new one like maybe like 5 years ago.
No, I've had this number for a long time.
You think so?
Yeah.
The 421?
Yeah.
I love that your phone number has 420 in it. My phone number has 2 of my favorite numbers in it, 6 and 9. Not for that reason. I don't know why. Those numbers just like follow
Called
me.
you?
No, they just like follow me everywhere. They've been in like every phone number, every number. Like every time I get like an ID for work or something, like
6 or 9 are in it.
yeah, my lunch number was 1660696.
Mine was 1058335.
My current phone number
Why
has
do I remember
679 in it. Like 6 and 9 have just like always been like in every.
Do you think they recycle those lunch numbers?
I don't know.
think
You
some
think
other
somebody's
child
walking around with my motherfucking lunch
With
number right now?
1058335?
No, they're probably like just 12 digits long now. Like they're probably just longer. Like
Like our
remember the
bus
other day?
numbers?
Yeah, I was driving behind a bus.
And it was like 12
My
numbers.
bus number was literally like 437 or something like
It was
that.
4. All of ours were 4 numbers.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, I remember all of our bus numbers were always
Baby,
4
we
numbers.
didn't always have the same bus, first of all.
I never ever had a bus that was less than 4 numbers.
That's okay, that's you.
Okay, you came after me. The buses weren't going to
It was an older bus. The bus that the literal bus that I had to take literally 1 year in high school before I like got the car, I literally didn't even have air conditioning. They really said
Yeah,
they really said put the windows
were
down.
4, and then in my last like year or two, they had ones that had 5 numbers.
How are you going to tell me my life?
I'm telling
Some
you,
of my
I've
buses had
never
3
seen
numbers.
them with 3. I don't believe
That's you. You don't believe me?
No.
Okay. Do you want to like go break into Buchanan Middle School and pull the records. And
I don't think they're going to still have the bus numbers from that long ago.
one of my bus numbers was the 4 or less numbers.
I'm telling you, it was 4.
The other day I was behind a bus and it was literally like 8 numbers
Yeah, what
long.
the fuck? Kids have too much to do.
But also they gave them colors anyway. They'd be like purple bus.
Yeah, in elementary school, not in middle school or high school.
I don't know. I didn't ride the bus in middle school. Rarely. Well, I did 6th grade year. But 7th and 8th I walked. Bitch, I walked.
You walked?
Bitch, I walked. I walked.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That's far as hell.
It
I only
literally
did that sometimes
took
after
like
school.
45 minutes.
I only did that sometimes after school.
Oh, yeah. I rode the bus in the morning. Except for when I broke my fucking ankle. I must have hurt my foot in 7th grade because I had someone's mom drive me to school. I don't even know whose mom it was. Somebody picked me up in their minivan and drove me to school.
Was it Anthony's parents?
No. I don't even remember who it was. It was like some rando. Because I had my crutches for a while. But then once I got off the crutches and into the boot, I took the bus. But I wouldn't have ridden in somebody's van by myself if you were also going to school.
Yeah.
So it must have been 7th grade. I feel like it was 8th grade. I really do.
I don't think I was in high school when we saw them, but maybe.
Maybe. Anyway. Who knows? Apparently I'm
Time
hallucinating
isn't
bus
fucking
numbers.
real, so
Kat
time isn't
swears she's never seen a bus.
with 3.
The hills you die on fucking end me, bro.
I've never seen one.
I have never been on a bus. Melissa, you've never been on a bus. That's only 4 now.
No, 4 is correct.
Only
4 is correct. 3 is not.
Okay. I believe you.
I'm telling you. It's incorrect. I don't remember much, but I do remember that none of our buses were with 3 numbers.
Okay, great. Let's get to this movie. We've gone off on a tangent.
Well, it's at the beginning of this episode. We don't have anything to talk about at the top. We need something to talk about at the top. Give me a topic. And I was like, I don't
even know how
know.
we got here.
I don't either.
Oh, is it bad?
Yeah.
The other thing about dark lipstick is like your teeth look yellow.
It's on the...
And I haven't gotten my teeth cleaned in like a year. Okay. Did you get my plaque too? Am I good now?
Yes. Am I good?
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's talk about the movie.
Tragical.
So this time,
We're here to tell you why
Pocahontas
it's tragical.
I wasn't sure how like PC this movie was. I also can't speak to it because I am myself not a Native American, but I think it was pretty good.
Okay, here's the thing.
The
though.
white man was the villain.
Yeah.
Right?
I think they did portray the white men as ignorant and dumb as they are.
I think they killed that part.
Right. However, the entire history of the actual event is wildly inaccurate.
You mean Pocahontas didn't get magical powers to learn English?
No, she was also like
Is that what you're saying?
14.
No, dead ass,
IRL,
she was like
13 or 14 IRL.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but no, she definitely doesn't
And
get
probably like
powers to speak English immediately with a hot blonde
But
white
that's
man.
also like the thing, like we weren't there, so there's no way for us to know. Also, I tried to like look it up to see like how like Native people feel about this movie, and it's like really half and half. So there's really like
yeah, it's pretty split.
yeah, it really is.
We thought it was funny so at the beginning, like the title card for like every Disney movie, there's like a description of the movie, and then there's the tropes or like genres.
I'll put it on Instagram. I took a video of it.
And it included the word historical.
It was under Disney. Okay, first of all, we've talked about them before, but the sweet intern who did the descriptions for all the movies on Disney Plus.
I just want to have a conversation.
We just need to talk. First of all, they put this under historical,
which it should not be.
Which like
historically
based off of
inaccurate,
based off of historic events, maybe. But I wouldn't put this movie under
historical.
Like historical.
Yeah.
And then it literally said a free spirited young woman. No, we're not putting that.
They did though.
Stop that. Mm-hmm. A free spirit. You're calling Pocahontas a free spirited young woman.
Yeah.
Like you need to stop. You need to cut it out.
It was literally like one of the shortest ones we've seen too.
My favorite one was, what was the one was like your favorite? Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
It was like your favorite inanimate objects or something. I was like, first of all, don't assume. Don't put words in my mouth.
Like, what is my favorite?
Please read if you're about to watch.
Also, if you're about to watch it for the first time, they wouldn't be your favorite.
You're assuming Disney. You're
also,
assuming.
what would be the point of the description if you'd already seen the movie?
I just think that person was. I feel like it was one person, and they were tasked with literally describing everything. And I think they just got like
overwhelmed.
Like, yeah, I think they were just literally trying their fucking
they gave
darndest.
up at Pocahontas. That's for sure.
You know what I thought about? Remember we used to park at Animal Kingdom? The parking lot was different, and it was Pocahontas. Was it Animal Kingdom at Pocahontas? And we would say it was Park-Your-Car-cus to remember that we parked in Pocahontas.
Yeah, and we also say that
park
to like
your carcass.
Yeah, but also your carcass is like a body.
Like, well, I never thought about it like that.
I say it to like sit down. Park your carcass. Park your butt here.
I always thought we were saying like park your car, and then just the end of Pocahontas. Park your car. No. It should be park your carcass.
I think we always said it as park your carcass because you were like go sit, but I think we also used it in the parking lot.
We really did say park your carcass a lot. That's like a weird. Do other people say that?
I unfortunately still say it.
Was that like something we came up with?
Our grandparents say
or
it.
Is that something that like other people are also saying?
I don't know.
Are we like the only people saying park your carcass?
Because grandma and grandpa say it.
Do you ever think about that? Like that's something that like
started?
If you said that, I wouldn't bat an eye. But if like somebody else heard me say that, they'd be like, what the fuck are you saying? Mm-hmm. But like we were kids and we said it all the time. So it's like, it's real.
Yeah. I guess I never thought about park your carcass. Like do other people say that?
One time I said commode in like first grade and like, I mean, because like our mother says commode.
Our mom says commode.
Our grandparents and our mother say commode for the fucking toilet. Are other people using commode still? Do y'all know what a commode is? Do you guys park your carcass?
Do you park your carcass
on your commode? Are you guys doing that? I need to know.
Not park your carcass on the commode.
Are you parking your carcass on the commode?
I remember the first time one of my friend's moms in like middle school said cattywampus, and that became my favorite word because I had never.
What even does that mean?
Like wonky, which is also
Can you guys please? Okay, wait. Please send us your words that you said that other people are like. Excuse me.
I wonder if it's like a regional thing.
Cattywampus it sounds like a place. I'm gonna drive down to Cattywampus this weekend.
Like I wonder because I had never heard cattywampus until
our grandparents are from Ohio, so maybe maybe commode is a northern thing, but we just said it as kids because our mom said it. But mom grew up in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, but with her parents
but nobody ever was like Kathy Sue. Nobody says commode. Like nobody caught mom and let her know to not let us say commode.
No. I think we had a lot other things going on in our life that probably shouldn't have been happening. I don't think they were worried about us saying commode. I was talking the other day about how like in the 90s.
You almost got kidnapped.
Like we didn't have like even like internet safety.
No, and
Like
and
I was on like
literally
chat roulette and Omegle, like meeting fucking strangers and looking at
my
men's
God.
dicks. At,
the amount
like,
of just
fifth
AIM
grade.
conversations I had with total strangers.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Like having your friends go on pen15.com or meetspin.com in like
Pete went
literal
Snowpants.
fifth grade.
What website do you think I looked at that on?
Like
The amount of music we downloaded off the LimeWire.
Oh my God. How our
alone.
computer never
And then
blew
I remember
up.
our mom's friend at work like got like sued for like $5,000
For
or
illegally
fined
downloading music.
for illegally downloading music on LimeWire. And mom was like, don't do that anymore. And we still did it for sure.
Yeah, we definitely still did. Yeah, but then you would get like the like random in the middle of a song. It'd be like, and the airplanes in the night sky like shooting
Be
stars.
like hot
and it'd be-
1019, the spoon.
No, but it would be like somebody talking. Like it wouldn't
Yeah.
even be like a radio DJ.
Or it was
would
so,
just
like,
be someone like
obviously,
talking.
recorded on
pirated.
somebody's phone. It was hard to find like good quality MP4s.
Yeah, because no
MP3s.
one wanted to pay for it.
No. Why would I pay for it?
I'm just gonna legally download it.
I'm just going to illegally download it. Sorry, you two. I'm not paying for your
They
music.
forced their music onto our phones. Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember when you two, everyone on, if you had an iPhone, you two had an album that immediately downloaded onto every single
so hard.
iPhone. And that's
I have
why
to stop saying hard.
when they were the first band to play at the Vegas Sphere, everyone was like, it's because they're like forcing their music on people.
U2's like good though.
Yeah, but I didn't want their album on my iPhone.
Yeah.
I was listening to Panic at the Disco and
Yeah. Atreyu and Red Jumpsuit
Seosin.
Apparatus.
Speaking
and
of,
Seosin
today they announced the We Were Young Fest for next
Oh,
year,
I'm
and we're fucking going.
Well, first of all, Fall Out Boy will be there.
And
so
Mike
that's
Hem.
an automatic. You can catch the Van Lingen sisters
Yeah.
there because I'll never miss them.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
me too. I
gonna
really
be
want to go.
good.
I liked Vegas.
I can't wait to see the Sphere, honestly. I didn't hate Vegas. I just think it was hard for us to have a good time because we felt very worried about our
Unsafe.
safety a lot.
Yeah.
As we went just the two of us, and I think that's where we fucked up. I think next time we go, we should go with a
group.
group of friends.
Yeah.
Because I did feel like we were going to be snatched
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Every Uber we got in,
I was terrified.
I was like, this is the end. Also, one of our Uber drivers was Elvis. I doubt that's his real name, but
yeah. I forgot about that.
yeah, Elvis. It was really fun though.
I really enjoyed
I
it.
can't believe Kiss Mini Golf isn't there anymore.
I missed our little Starbucks that knew our orders by the end of our 4 days there.
because we went every morning.
Because we would walk, because we were staying like off the strip, but we were
Yeah.
like 2 blocks away. So we would just walk
Yeah.
to the link every
I
day.
remember it being so hot, but like not being miserable because it's not humid there. It's such a weird experience. Like you can feel the sun like beating down on you, but it doesn't. It doesn't
You
feel
don't feel
bad.
like you want to die.
You don't feel like sometimes we used to go to Disney in the summer, and I would just be like, I don't.
I
be
still
here.
go to Disney in the summer and I
can't
want to
do
die.
it. I'm like, this is literally. I'm literally not having. There's nothing that can make this better. I'm so hot. It doesn't feel like that there in Vegas. It was like 101 degrees, and we were like running. We were
Chilling.
walking everywhere,
We were
running
vibing.
around like. And it wasn't even like vacation mode. Like it just wasn't hot. It was
Yeah.
so weird. Anyway, let's talk about Pocahontas.
Okay.
I have some fun facts.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Let's see here. There's a lot.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm sorry, but they were
Okay.
really good.
Well, I feel like the 90s movies always do have a lot every
yeah,
time.
because shit was crazy.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'll start with this one. In their quest for authenticity was gonna get me, and it didn't. I didn't let it best me. Aren't you proud of me?
Like saying it?
Yeah, I did that.
I'm proud of you.
The Disney studios hired mostly Native American actors and actresses to do the voices. They also employed Native American consultants and had sessions with a real shaman. Despite these efforts, prominent Native American activists issued an open letter condemning the movie for historical inaccuracies. But also, I feel like that's most movies based off of historical events. Like they're not 100% accurate.
Okay, but like I just feel like they just took the character names and we're like, we're going to create a movie based on these like people who everyone knows their names, but like maybe you don't necessarily know like the actual story. You know what I mean? Like you learn about like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, is any of history accurate? Like there's no way for us to know.
yeah. And there's so many different like sides to
There's
everything.
so many discrepancies and there's so much like embellishment. Like there's no way to know, but also like if they condemned it, they condemned it. But here's the other side. Actor and Native American activist Russell Means, who provided the speaking role and physical inspiration for Chief Powhatan, has referred to this movie, in particular the opening, as being the single best representation of American Indians that Hollywood has ever done. So that's what I'm saying. It's really half and half.
I feel like, okay, so like obviously like you said, like I can't speak on it because like we are not Native American.
Right.
But like I can understand what he's saying, where it's like the representation like of like their tribe, like where they were.
The historical events, not fucking accurate.
Right.
Pocahontas,
right.
probably groomed. We don't know though. That's the thing. We don't know. Pocahontas could have been gang. She could have been like, leave me alone. We can't know. There's literally no way for us to know.
But I understand where he's coming from.
Saying
saying like the portrayal of like
the native tribe
and like their food and like how everything looked. That I understand.
Except for I did read that like most of the women in that tribe tits out all the time.
Oh yeah, but we
couldn't have done that in a Disney movie anyway. So
Nakoma said, I'm going to wear a crop top.
Yeah, Nakoma would not have been in a crop top.
Right.
Nakoma would have been just the skirt.
Right. I mean, that's understandable, though. They can't do that.
Oh, my God. I'm literally going to join a nudist colony one day, and no one will be surprised.
Okay.
Because I would love to just go everywhere butt naked.
Okay. I don't want to see other people butt naked.
Yeah.
I feel like in nudist colonies, it's mostly like gross old men.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see any of that. That's a no for me, to be honest.
That's probably accurate. There's a lot of nudist colonies in Florida. Shocking.
There's a lot in Tampa.
There's crazy people in Florida. What?
Yeah.
The song "If I Never Knew You,"
the best song in the whole movie.
Literally so good,
and it's in the fucking credits.
Do you remember?
Like, be so fucking for real.
It's in the movie. Barely. Just not the
words.
It's just instrumental.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Disney Mix CDs?
Yes.
Those were everything to me.
They were like the different colored, like there was like the green and the red Mickey.
And it was like artists redid Disney songs, but they were also like techno-y.
Yeah.
Those saved me. It was like I was either listening to like that.
Do you think those are on like Spotify?
Or I was listening to like My Chemical Romance.
Do you think those are on Spotify?
Absolutely, I bet they are. They're so good. We
they
had them
really
on our
good.
So when I worked for Disney and I worked as a children's activities hostess, we had them on our iPods, and I was literally blasting them.
You're like, we're listening to this and nothing
all day
else
long. And like this is one of the songs. I don't know who redid it. I don't think it was anybody super famous.
Probably. I don't. Was any of them made by super famous people?
Yeah, some of them were like, like the one cheetah girl. Like some of them were like done by like artists.
They're like the ones that they play like before Fantasmic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Fantasmic. I want to see it.
You see the new one?
I haven't seen it.
I just finally watched it after it being out for like a year.
Is it good?
I cried.
They took Pocahontas out though.
Yes.
That's a bummer.
But it's do you want me to tell you what replaced it?
Isn't it
a lot actually?
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Moana.
That's in it.
Okay. Who else?
But what replaced like the part where Pocahontas was is Mulan and Aladdin. So Aladdin swings. And then there's Moana and I want to say Frozen, but it's not Frozen. It's just fucking Elsa and it's Frozen 2. But it literally, that song makes me cry every time.
I feel like Elsa's like our Ariel. Like the way all of us were like
gung-ho.
Ariel fucking stands. Like Elsa is this generation.
I feel that. Yeah, I cried during the Moana part and then I cried during the Show Yourself.
I bet it's good.
So I loved it.
Oh, it's Show Yourself? You didn't say it was Frozen 2.
I did say it was Frozen 2.
That's terrible. Did she have her pants on? No,
I was literally about to say Elsa was in her pants. Okay,
but
but
wear pants. Elsa. No,
the night that I saw it, it was
her pants.
Freezing. Like it was really cold. It was in the 50s.
Water, like,
and Moana is like toes out in the water. It's really cool though. The part, the part is really cool.
So you're like hot as balls anyway. She's probably happy it was 50 degrees.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to see it from closer because we were kind of far back because we went like 10 minutes before the show. But
we're like never going to talk about Pocahontas.
Okay, no, that's fine. We barely talked about Bambi last episode. So
okay, the song If I Never Knew You heard over the ending credits was cut after children in test audience found it boring.
Okay, it's the best song in the whole movie.
It's literally so good. Also, ironically, the adults in the test audience felt the song was depressing. So everybody was like, take that song out.
Oh.
But I think it is quite literally the best song. There's two instrumental.
There's like a reprise of it.
Yeah.
At one point, like there's the instrumental, an instrumental reprise, and then it's in the credits.
And it's literally like one of the best Disney songs ever.
I agree,
and I love it.
I agree with that.
John Candy had provided a large amount of voice work into a character named Red Feather, a turkey. There's going to be instead of Miko, we were going to have a turkey.
No.
As Pocahontas' sidekick. However, after John Candy had passed in 1994, the concept was scrapped.
Okay, so like,
thank God we got Miko instead of a fucking turkey.
Do you think they did a turkey because of like Thanksgiving?
I don't know, but I think it probably wouldn't have gone over as well as the raccoon did.
It's pretty bad, actually.
I think it's pretty bad, yeah. I'm glad.
Do you think they were like making
I'm not
a
glad
nod literally like
I'm not
at
glad John
Thanksgiving?
Candy died. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I love Miko.
Do you think they were like, oh, we're going to do a white people and Native American movie. We have to have a turkey for
I
Thanksgiving.
think that's exactly what went over in the studio discussion.
I'm glad they scrapped it then.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Candy had also previously voiced Wilbur the Albatross in The Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah.
So I think he just loves
Likes birds?
Yeah. That was also directed by Mike Gabriel.
Oh.
He's a big bird guy.
Ugh, gross.
So this is crazy. I didn't know this. This movie's release on June 23rd, 1995 was also the 400th anniversary of Pocahontas' birth. So Pocahontas' 400th birthday. I don't know why that was worded so weird.
Do you think they did that on purpose?
I don't know, but isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They had to have been on purpose. There's no way.
They probably did it on purpose.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean,
But also, thank you, Pocahontas, for having like a blockbuster birthday. That's the name of the episode. Blockbuster birthday.
damn, bro.
Like, honestly, though, am I wrong?
I guess.
They said, and also like 400 years.
Even.
I wonder if they like
to the day.
knew that was going to happen. That's crazy.
Do you think like while they were doing research into the movie, they were saw
like,
her birthday?
We gotta get it out.
We have to.
Well,
yeah.
this movie took 5 years to make, so I don't think so.
But that's what I'm saying. At the end of it, do you think they were like, we might as well wait for her 400th birthday?
Just serendipity, and I think it's crazy.
Do you think Pocahontas would like this movie?
She'd be like, "Why are my tits out?
Why am I
The
old?
fuck are my titties?"
No, I was dead at this point in my life, and how old did she live to be?
I don't know, but oh my God. Also, remember the thing? Okay, hold on. I think I screenshotted it. I learned something crazy while I was looking up stuff about Pocahontas.
And I rebuke it.
You can't. It's on the internet forever.
No.
It's literally on startresearching.com. Everybody's favorite news source, startresearching.com. Former President George H.W. Bush and George Bush are said to be of the white Bowlings line. Ballings, maybe, the descendants of Colonel John Fairfax Balling, Bolling, great grandson of Pocahontas.
I refuse.
George
Is a direct descendant.
Bush is a descendant of Pocahontas. That she would be embarrassed by.
Yeah. And Jeb Bush. That was the dumbest fucker we ever had.
He's probably the worst.
Satan is bad, but like Jeb was just a dumb bitch. He failed the FCAT twice.
That's like literally
as an adult.
Listen, and I love you, Kat, and I think you're smart. I think you're a bad test taker. Even Kat,
I passed
got 100%.
all of my
FCAT was quite literally so easy. I'm not.
What did it stand for? Florida something aptitude test.
I don't know. Cumulative.
Maybe.
I don't know. All I'm saying I literally never got, it was like scored from 1 to 5. I've never, ever, ever got anything but a 5 on every single subject.
And I was a dumb bitch.
And even Kat, who like, again, probably has ADHD and
Has
is not a
ADHD,
great test taker.
Found out as an adult that I do have dyslexia of numbers and I flip
Got
numbers.
straight fives on that shit.
Yeah.
It's literally so
And he
easy.
failed it twice as a grown man, and he was our governor.
The questions were like legit, like what is 2 + 2? Like they were crazy.
Susie has 5 apples and gave her friend Jeremy 3. How many apples does Susie have?
Like, it really-
that was literally what we were asked.
It really was. Susie has 2 bottles of store-bought pesto.
How many did she throw away?
She throw away all of it. Because call that
'Cause
bitch crazy.
Susie-
But she does not like
She hates store-bought pesto. I've heard
We're
that about
never gonna
her.
talk
That's fine.
George Bush's great grandma.
I hate it here. There's no fucking
Can't
way.
be true.
I refuse it.
Bruh. Hey, it is what it is. The Disney executives had all of the secondary animal characters such as Miko and Flit lose all their dialogue in order to make this movie a bit more serious.
Oh, they talked?
Yeah, but I'm glad they nixed
Oh, I guess,
that.
yeah, you said the turkey talked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a lot, huh?
It'd be too much.
Do any
Like
of the...
you're not Snow White, bitch.
Oh, Flounder.
Yeah,
and Sebastian.
It was gonna be like that.
Does anybody else, or is it just those two?
I don't know.
Olaf's a snowman. He doesn't count. He's not like an
Yeah.
animal. Like thinking about it, I don't think anybody else does talk. Like some of them make like noises that are like
Do you think
referencing talking,
Prince
kind of
Eric
like.
can talk to Flounder, or you think it's because Ariel's?
I think Ariel's like a
How can
fish.
she talk to Scuttle?
He's still an animal, I guess. I think mermaids just have like an affinity to talk to animals. You think Eric comes out of the castle and Ariel's sitting on the beach going "Wah, wah, wah," and Scuttle's
Or, like,
sitting there
talking
like
to Flounder,
nodding
she's
his
like,
head and he's like, bro, my fucking wife is down here thinking she's talking to the fucking bird again.
I honestly think if you had to give me like which Disney couple is getting a divorce, I'm sorry,
Ariel and
but
Eric?
it's probably
Well, guess
Ariel
what?
and
They
Eric.
are canonically the only ones with a child. So they're the only ones that we know for a fact had babies.
That's so true. I
Yeah,
don't
no one
know.
else
I'm
is
feeling like
talk.
divorce city.
Mushu,
think-
but again, he's a spirit. Like thinking at it, like Ariel is literally
so
the
true.
only one that actually talks.
I was about to be like, oh, it's because they're also fish, but then Scuttle is random as hell.
Abu like just makes noises.
They be communicating though. Aladdin knows monkey, I feel like, but monkey doesn't know Aladdin. Anyway,
I never thought about
I
that.
never
She
thought
is
about it
literally the
either.
only one whose sidekicks like actually
really
talk
out
to
here,
her.
yeah, communicating with her sidekicks.
That is like an actual animal.
Yeah, wild.
She's smart.
Crazy.
That's all.
Animators working on this movie regarded it as being one of the hardest movies ever produced by the studio. The complex color schemes, angular shapes, and facial expressions meant that this movie was in production for 5 years. Bro, there's literally one scene where like they slam John Smith's head down on the rock, and he it looks real as fuck. I was like it almost looked like CGI.
Oh, really? I wasn't paying that close of attention.
I was.
I just love the colors.
This movie's so beautiful.
in this movie. Yeah, we were talking about while we were watching it. The colors are just like
It's nuts.
it's pastel, so it's my
like
vibe.
you thought Bambi looked good. This
Oh
is
my
Bambi
God.
times 10.
Gorgeous. All the
This is so
pinks and
beautiful.
blues and oranges and
leaves.
purples.
There's literally one scene where they're like the Native Americans are coming up on the bank, and there's like the really tall trees in the back, and then there's like the flowing river behind them, and then there's like the like sunset. I was like, bro, that's like a print that out and hang it on my wall.
Yeah.
Put that in the Lurve, because that shit is gorgeous. Put it in the Lurve, bitch.
You know that's
The
not how you
Lurvy.
say it, right?
Put it in the Louvre. I'm just
Okay.
making fun of how
Okay.
everybody on the internet can't say it. I know
Okay.
it's the Louvre. Thank you. I'm smart.
Okay.
I got a 5 on all my FCAT.
On all my
On
FCAT.
all my
I'm like
FCAT.
Jeb Bush.
The hard work paid off, however. Pocahontas is now frequently cited as being one of the most beautifully and realistically animated characters in Disney canon. Her fluid movements mainly being attributed to rotoscoping, which is like they use their like actual bodies to like frame them. Yeah, there's literally scenes where like her hair is whipping in the wind and I'm like,
that's real hair.
On God, like how did we get here? It's so crazy.
She is I think she is one of the prettiest Disney princesses.
Yeah. Her eyebrows are brown. Her hair's black.
Yeah, I don't understand that choice. It's definitely very 90s.
I couldn't get over that.
It's pretty bad.
She's got a big mouth.
I was literally saying, coming from a theme park perspective, it's just really ironic how like Pocahontas, and only she Native American, she's pretty fucking dark. And in the park, she's portrayed by like the whitest of white women. Yeah. And they're always like, you know, not to ruin the magic here, but usually people play more than one princess. And a lot of the times it's like Princess Belle is also Princess Pocahontas and Princess Jasmine. And I'm like,
yeah, it's random.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Well, if there's no Native American women trying out to be fucking Pocahontas,
not even just Native American, but like tan. I know I've been to plenty of auditions. There's tan people there.
They questionably pick people all the fucking time.
Oh, I agree.
Sometimes
I agree.
I have to poke fun because I'm like, I know some other people showed up to that audition. Just like some of them are questionable at best.
Yeah, it's just an interesting choice that literally she's like very obviously like
brown. She real brown. They're the first interracial Disney couple. Not that it matters.
It's just them and then what, Tiana and Naveen?
Like
the only other ones.
But
do you consider Beast interracial? he turns white eventually, but
he was white. Belle was white. Like they were white.
Yeah, it's just those two, I think, right? No one else is.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Because I think Jasmine and Aladdin are both.
Yeah, they're the same race.
Yeah.
They're Agrabanian.
Yeah. Middle Eastern descent.
Agrabanian. This is my last one. This is just for you and me and nobody else. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, no.
Sean Bean was considered to voice Captain John Smith. However, Disney felt they needed an actor, a well-known American actor.
Sean Bean?
Sean Bean.
No way.
Been good.
Imagine Sean Bean being in a Disney movie.
Gibbs instead.
Wait, that's who voices him?
Yeah. You didn't know that? Maybe I'm wrong. Let me look it up. Sometimes I say stuff with so much certainty. Mel Gibson. Oh, thank God. That would have been so embarrassing if I was wrong.
I hear it now.
Yeah. He sang too.
Damn.
The Native American actress Irene Bedard, sorry if I said your last name wrong, who voiced Pocahontas, did not do her singing voice.
No, Judy Kuhn. Judy Kuhn, yeah.
Judy Kuhn did her singing voice. I did know that.
I did know that too.
But yeah, those are all.
What was the other one that we saw? The other Christian Bale is.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale is Thomas.
Listen, if there's a movie that Christian Bale voices,
yeah.
I'm sad.
He also like, since they did rotoscope, he also like kind of is Thomas.
Yeah.
That was the other thing during the credits. I mean, we'll just talk about it now. At the credits, they literally had the animators and the rotoscope people and the voices
actors for each character.
It literally sectioned them. That I've never seen credits like that. That's crazy.
Probably
so
it was the only movie they've done like that.
Maybe, but it was literally like Pocahontas, and then it was like her voice actor, her singing.
Yeah.
All the people who worked on her animation.
It was like senior animator, secondary animator, rotoscope. It was literally like. It was
so crazy.
Like bulleted. And then it would be like John Smith and all the same.
That's. I guess maybe they don't do it like that anymore.
That's
like
what I'm
everybody
saying.
kind of works on everything. Yeah, that would be annoying though. Like one day if you like helped out with like Miko or whatever, but then you're only credited as one. I don't know. I just feel like they don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they had such big sections of people working on literally Pocahontas.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Doing so much shit.
I've never noticed that before.
I never
wonder if
either.
any other movies are like that.
I feel like we
broken
would have
down like
noticed
that.
before.
We probably
now.
would have because it really stood out.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
We were like, what the hell?
Anyway, those are all my fun facts. Sorry, there were so many.
Sorry,
It's
we
just super interesting.
went off the rails,
there was just actually good ones for this. So we get those from the Internet Movie Database.
Well, bad a days if you're nasty.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this historical film.
My God, it's so historical.
So the Virginia company.
Yeah.
They're going to the New World
From London.
from London.
They're
They're gonna fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
They're gonna look for glory and God and gold.
Do you ever?
The 3 Gs.
Maybe people don't think about this, but like, do you ever think about like if they never came over here?
Yeah, I think it would be a lot better.
Yeah. Like, where would we be? You know what I mean? Like, we'd probably still be over in fucking like Ireland because our family would have never moved here. Or maybe they would have eventually, but it would be like a different timeline. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's really crazy to think about.
It's just so weird. And like, it's weird now with everyone. Like, the world is weird now. But yeah, just imagine being like, oh, yeah, we're going to go over to the New World. And yeah, there's already people there, but they're ignorant savages. And we're going to make their lives better by literally fucking taking everything that they have and
murdering
shooting
them.
It's just weird, like to think that was happening. But then again, like there's literal genocide happening. And I don't want to get crazy or political or anything, but like it just seems so crazy that this happened. But it's literally still happening.
It's literally happening
literally right in this moment.
Yeah. It's actually insane. And you know what usually is the main cause of it?
Man.
Religion.
True. Facts.
Almost every time.
Yeah.
It plays a huge fucking part.
Yeah.
But also just like ignorance.
It's just so sad.
And like wanting to be in control and thinking you're better than someone just because
that's what it is. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to I am right and everyone else is wrong, and they have to think the way I think. Why don't they think the way I think?
It's crazy.
Why can't everybody think the way I think? I'm going to make other people do what I'm doing, which I literally was born with no fucks, and I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not hurting anybody, I could literally not care fucking less what you do.
Yep.
Like, it's nuts.
I agree.
Anyway, that's super depressing.
But it's just, I mean, it's the foundation of this whole fucking movie.
It's very true.
Like,
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't ask you to do anything for them.
And they literally have a whole part of the movie that they talk about it.
They were quite literally vibing.
There's a whole fucking song about it.
And you came over and
fucked up their shit.
You fucked their shit up.
Yeah.
That's ick.
Wild.
John Smith is giving ick.
They're all giving ick. Have you seen that meme where it's like...
Please make me laugh. I'm going to cry.
I'll have to see if I can find it. But it's like, put contacts in that bitch when they have like really blue eyes. Like, please give them brown contacts and hide those. That like crazy blue eyes. Like super light crazy.
Why?
That's John Smith. Because they look like ice fucking walkers or whatever. Like you look like you're... like, they're like too blue.
They both have dark eyes.
Yeah.
Like we have light eyes, but both of ours are like darker.
That's how I felt about John Smith this whole movie. I was like, someone please give this man some brown contacts. Give him some brown contacts.
That's so crazy.
I'm going to see if I can find it because I was thinking it. There was one point where they were under Grandmother Willow and he turns and looks and I was like, I'm
scared. It's John Smith is scary.
What is it from Game of Thrones?
I was so in love with John Smith as a kid.
The bad ice dude.
The White Walk. The king.
The White Walkers.
King, the White King.
John Smith looked like a fucking
John
White
Smith
Walker.
Is the White King. At least he thinks he is. No, John Smith is not the bad guy here. In this movie. Historically, I can't speak on it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He was a white man invading.
We're going to be
maybe he wasn't in this, but like before they came here, he literally brags about how many
how many
Indians or Indians. Oh my God, I hate that word. It's so that bad. That he killed.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, these ones will be a breeze.
Do you think he was just like fake bragging though? For the sake of me liking John Smith, I'm going to say he was fake bragging.
You think?
Yeah. He was like, I killed all these Native Americans. I'm such a badass. But I think really he was like broing it up with them wherever he went.
I don't know. He almost shot Polka. So at one point.
That is true. Okay, John Smith is the bad guy again in my head. Moving on, it may change later. John Smith is their captain of this ship. That the Virginia company, this ship that's sailing out. It's like 100-something dudes. I don't fucking know.
They're all British and Scottish.
Yeah, Thomas is one of them. Thomas has a British accent. There's like two
Roy
prominent
and
Scottish
Lynn.
dudes. Are they Scottish or Irish?
There's
I feel like
one
they're
Scottish.
I honestly, and this is insensitive.
You don't know the difference?
No, I do know the difference. Scottish people are not speaking English.
Okay, I was literally going to say this because we both worked at a hotel where
Scottish people love to go.
British and Scottish people love
They
hard rock.
frequent the Hard Rock.
They fucking love hard rock because it started in London and they're literally obsessed with it.
Are not speaking motherfucking English.
I never knew what they were saying. They would give me their email and I would ask them to write it down because I never fucking knew.
I literally would feel so bad, but I was like, I'm so sorry. I literally don't know what you're saying.
Irish and
Irish, I got
English,
you.
I got.
English, I got you.
I remember one time
Scottish,
somebody was checking in and their daughter's name was Eva, and I spelled it correctly. It's Aoife. Looks like Aophia. And I literally knew how to spell it. I was like, is it Aoife? And they were like, oh my God, how'd you know? And I was like, I read a lot of
Dragon
fantasy.
Smite, and your name is frequently used.
Literally, I was like, I read a lot of fantasy
Bruh.
books that take place in Ireland. So.
I'm so sorry, but it's so true. Like Scottish people are speaking another language.
I had a friend when I worked at Disney. Her and her daughter are from the UK, but they lived like right on the Scottish border. But they lived in like England, but they were really close to the Scottish border. Okay, when they would come over here, her daughter was like, I don't know, 3. So baby talking with like a Cockney accent.
No.
I would look at her mom and be like,
Indistinguishable.
what did she just say to me?
Not-
I never knew.
Not real.
I still don't know.
I'm so sorry. I love it though. I
No, I could
follow
listen
so
to it
many
all day.
like Scottish influencers because I love listening to them talk.
Same. I just don't know.
Subtitles are needed, however.
I love it though.
So
I'm like
that's what
obsessed
I'm
with
saying.
it.
And those men are not real
Well, the one just
Scottish.
had like
accents.
yeah, but it was like what's his name? Mike Myers, isn't he? Yeah, like you can understand
I
him,
don't know.
and he has a Scottish
It's like the
accent.
other day we were talking about Enya, and you were like, "Isn't she Scottish?" And I was like, "I think she's Welsh." And then I don't think we ever looked it up, but
I think you are correct. I think she is
she's
Welsh.
Welsh.
I think you are correct.
that's the thing is like everybody. If you are Scottish or Welsh or Irish, Americans think you're Irish.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
incredibly
I learned
ignorant.
the other day that there's Gaelic and Gaelic. They're not the same
I
language.
also saw that TikTok.
Well, because one
It
of
was
the
on Book Talk.
yes, one of the books
I'm a little bit on
reading,
Book Talk sometimes, a little.
the author took Scottish
But she
words
was saying them wrong.
incorrectly, and so people
But
are
do you
mad
think
at
that
her.
She was like, do you think she knows and she was whitewashing them? Or you think she was using the Goog machine and was just going willy-nilly about it and doing whatever she wanted? Because I think it's the second part.
I think she was just looking up
And was just
Gaelic
going for
words
it.
and was going for it. But I didn't know Gaelic and Gaelic were two different things. Because Gaelic is
crazy.
Irish, Gaelic is Scottish. And I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. It's really fucking good. I cried on both. So
All the names are, you have to look up the pronunciations and then you still can't say them.
correct.
I promise.
Yeah.
John Smith is their captain.
Yes.
Governor Radcliffe is going
He's
to
the one
establish
pretty
the
much
colony.
like funding the trip. You always had to have
Sure.
like somebody funding when you
Yeah.
would like do stuff like this. And he was the funder because he wanted to
find gold
and
and establish a colony.
Yeah.
For the king.
For the king.
Yeah. John Smith is chatting with the boys, talking about how he loves to fight. They say Indians throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
But that's like how they would have spoke about them.
Right.
So that I get.
Yeah, because
But
they
it's
thought they
Native
were
American.
They thought they landed in India.
Yeah. So they call them Indians or Injuns. But that's how they would have said it.
Right.
So that is historic. historical.
Yeah, because they were racist.
Like the intern. Yeah,
Right.
they are fucking racist.
But they are Native Americans.
Yeah. That's also the other thing. Imagine just being like, oh, those people aren't like me, so I'm going to kill them. I literally cannot wrap my tiny
No, I
brain
never.
around
And
it.
you know what? I never will. And I'm glad that we can't.
Same.
Yeah.
They're sailing over in their big ass ship, and there's a really bad storm.
My biggest fear.
One guy literally says, "Say your prayers." He's like,
That's me.
and that's Kat. We were talking about
Yeah.
the space thing.
Yeah.
Bringing
While we
it up.
were. Yeah.
The like space thing where if you were, we literally talked about this last episode.
But it's
But
accurate.
if you were tethered to a spaceship and you got untethered, are you taking off your helmet or are you like waiting to maybe be saved? The guy that said "save your prayers,"
He's
taking
his helmet off. Okay, but like I've been on a cruise ship and I did okay on that. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but there wasn't a storm and you didn't fall off.
No,
Thomas falls off the ship.
And if there would have been,
yeah.
I'm finding a butter knife somewhere and killing myself.
Stabbing yourself.
Like I stole from the ship
Oh my God, what'd you steal?
a bread knife.
Literally not even stealing. They probably would have given it to you.
No, they sold them in the store and I didn't know and I pocketed mine. It looks like a Mickey paintbrush and it's really fucking cute and I shoved it. I was high as fuck. I shoved it. I probably thought I was being so slick and then we realized later because one of the nights is a themed night for on the ship that I was on. It's Turtle Talk with Crush and he can see you and he talks to you. So I know there's cameras in 27 different angles in that fucking room.
They were pointing.
My high ass was just like
they saw it.
I shoved it into my Spirit jersey thinking I was slick and I'm sure they all saw me do it. And then I saw them being sold for like $17 in the
Bitch, I would have stole that shit too.
I still have it.
There's a storm. Thomas falls off the ship.
It won't be me.
John Smith ties himself to a rope, throws himself in, saves Thomas. The rope snaps. The other men have to grab the rope and pull them in. So John Smith almost died too.
Do you know what I said in my notes after this?
What?
No, with a heart.
Respectfully, no.
No, won't be me.
So, and then of course the like storm kind of like subsides a little bit. I know he's trying to attack me. Goose is under the couch trying to fight our feet. They get through the storm. The governor comes out. He is like straight
like
up.
a little speech. He kind of gaslights
Yeah, but
them.
he's very much like not doing any of the work. He's like a big guy. He's a little prissy. He's got a manservant named
Wiggins.
Wiggins.
I almost got him Wiggles.
And
he is the Wiggles. All five of them.
There's 5. I was going to say 4.
I think there's 5.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And then his dog, Percy, a little
It's a pug, right?
pug. A white pug? Are there white pugs?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. He's a little white pug. He's like super cute. I love
I
Percy.
actually love Percy.
So yeah, and he's like, "Oh, good work saving Thomas, John Smith."
Yeah, he pretty much knows he needs John Smith on the other side.
Yeah.
He's pretty much fucked without him.
Yeah, because John Smith can really rally the troops.
And he also can
Nobody likes Governor Radcliffe.
and he can just kill.
Indians.
Yeah.
So they say.
Right.
He needs him.
So they
So
say.
they say. I don't say Indians.
So then they have a little song and they sing about killing Indians.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Thomas wants to blast him some Indians, is what he says.
Also, Thomas is the youngest one on the ship.
But see, this is the thing.
And
John
has never
Smith
held a
is
gun.
never saying that. It's never John Smith. It's always people saying that John Smith likes to do that. I noticed. John Smith is never like, I'm going to motherfucking shoot some
There is
Native
one point where
Americans.
he's talking to Radcliffe and he literally says,
But
like,
that's what I'm saying.
hopefully
He's talking.
they're like the same as Indians I've dealt with in the past because then I'll know how to deal with them. He never says that.
He never says that he's killed any Native Americans. He just says he knows how to deal with them. He never talks about killing any of them.
You think that's like Disney's way of like trying to hint at the fact that he didn't, even though probably historically he actually
That's
did.
what
But
I'm
they're trying to
saying.
make
I
like
don't know.
movie animated
I can't
John
speak
Smith.
to the real John Smith,
But in the
Disney
movie.
John Smith, I think he's a good guy. Also, later on, Grandmother Willow looks into his soul, and he has a good soul.
That's so
I
true.
trust Grandmother Willow.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm just saying he never talks about shooting anybody. So I think he just lets that be. He just lets the people talk. He just lets that be like his reputation. But I don't think that's his reputation, really. I think it just gets him
reputation.
the job.
Okay.
I'm gonna ignore that you saying that on our podcast.
I almost wore a
That
Taylor Swift
despicable woman.
shirt for this episode, and then I didn't.
Oh, interesting. I'm glad you picked that shirt instead.
Thank you, Haley Williams.
This is where the movie. This is where the movie gets so beautiful. Oh, I was gonna say beautiful. I always try to like catch where like my brain gets confused, and my brain was moving on to beautiful while
Before
I was
you were
saying
saying movie.
So I said movie.
Wow.
It's like Gruel and Mean Girls.
Yeah.
My brain is going a million miles an hour. This movie is so beautiful. This is the scene where you can see the Native Americans, like, it's the Algonquin tribe. We looked it up. They're like rowing their boats to the shore, and it's literally just like so motherfucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's like leaves blowing, and you can see like the
like the
reflection of the sun
sunrise.
on the water, and there's like fog. It's literally giving.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. They're sounding the alarm that the chief is returning from fighting another tribe.
Yeah, they were fighting another tribe. That's so sad.
He
They just
literally
came back from
says
war.
it took them from the morning sun until it fell. So a single
all day. It took like all day.
Their
In today's
war-
speak, it literally took all
like
fucking day.
8 hours.
Like it took for fucking ever. The day is longer than 8 hours.
With like the sun being out, I guess it's a little longer than that. They had to get there and back though.
Pocahontas is not there upon their return. And
Shocked.
Chief Powhatan is like, where in the fuck is my daughter? She didn't
Yeah.
want to see me come home. That's so disrespectful. Nakoma, who is Pocahontas' BFF.
Her bestie in a little crop top.
Yeah, I love her. Crop top queen.
We stan.
First of her kind. Probably. I don't know.
No, real life, she was tits out.
Yes. Bro, that's so crazy to think. Yeah, like all the bitches back home were straight up in like 17 layers, and overseas across
Yeah, they're wearing
the
like
pond,
petticoats.
bitches were
You weren't even allowed to
legitimately-
see their neck or their ankles.
They were wearing fucking nothing.
And then you go, yeah, and you go over to America, and Native Americans are literally tits out. Well, it's probably too fucking hot for all those layers.
It's too hot over there sometimes, probably too. I don't know. I just think it's funny that it's like polar opposites.
Like you went from not even being allowed to see ankles to seeing
like
fucking titties
titties
everywhere.
titties and dicks everywhere.
I love that for them.
That's the Algonquin motto, actually.
Titties and dicks everywhere.
Titties and dicks everywhere. That's actually what Algonquin means.
Stop. No.
Oh, anyway, I'm kidding. I'm making a joke. It's okay to make a joke sometimes. So Pocahontas is actually just standing on top of a waterfall.
She's standing on top of a cliff, yeah, over a waterfall.
Yeah,
just
so
standing there.
Nakoma rows her little boat over to the bottom of the waterfall, and she's like, "Hey, your dad's home." And
Yeah.
Pocahontas is like, "Cool, let me jump real quick."
It's literally like
300 feet.
400 feet.
Is she up there? Okay, 400's dramatic. I would say no more than 350 feet in the air.
Okay, but like, first of all, I mean, I
You're
don't
gonna die.
think I know much about gravity, but yeah, that would
Your
kill you.
brain you would also dive so far under the water.
Yeah, she barely goes
It would
under
take
the little
forever
canoe.
to get back up. That's the scariest part of diving for me. Not the height and not the dive. It's the amount of time it takes me to get from where I like land in the water to like getting to the surface that really freaks me out. Also, I do not have a great sense of direction. Everybody who knows me knows this.
What's like really scary
What if I
is
get
the
lost?
fact that yeah,
What
like
if I can't find the surface?
you don't know. You can get like really disoriented in water.
I do. And when you go that, I remember diving in like off the diving board when we were kids at the local pool and being like,
I used to love that
can't
shit. I want to
find.
know. I want to know where I got really fucked up. Where that really scares me.
Can we go find a diving board?
No.
Are you sure it'll be fine?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Well,
I don't even like regular swimming. You think I'm diving into anything?
that is true.
I think I would have a panic attack.
I live in the pool and you hate it. We're such opposites.
I go sometimes if I go to like the Disney resorts, but like
Yeah, you really don't. You don't
I'm
vibe with
not
it. I can spend
really
every day at the pool.
a fan.
The
It's
pool.
something about water on my face. The feeling
You
of
don't have
it
to put water on your face.
literally makes me want to die.
You could just not. I usually don't put water on my face because I'm usually like listening to a podcast or something.
I don't like any of it. I don't know why. I don't know when that started because I did used to love swimming as a kid.
Outside is great.
To you.
To you.
For me, not so much.
Yeah. Anyway, Pocahontas does a full
Swan dive.
off of a 300-foot cliff.
She should join the Olympics.
She's an Olympian.
She was the first.
She was the first. No, the
Her best
Olympics-
friend?
No, bitch. The Olympics started in like 500.
Yeah, and like, what is it, like Greece, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Like-
Rome.
like-
I was gonna
I
say
actually
Rome,
was gonna say Rome,
but I think it's
so
Greece.
It's probably one of those.
I'm like 95% positive
That's
it's
historical.
Greece. Olympics.
It's definitely
yeah,
historical.
because like
Olympia.
yeah.
I think it's Greece too. You know they did it naked.
Even better.
That's what I'm saying. Everything should be in the Olympics.
Whenever
should
people
still
are
be
like
naked.
monogamy and like anti-gay. I'm like,
Oh, I'm like,
have you ever
the
heard of the
Roman-
Romans?
Speaking of men being obsessed with the Roman Empire, the gay sex,
Yeah, they were always naked. They were always fucking.
orgies on orgies.
And yeah, like no one was
they
in
would
like
go to
a
war and they were
monogamous
like, we're not just going to not have
relationship.
sex while we're out here. We're all fucking each other.
And yeah, and like they literally were, there were so many like poly relationships.
I just, yeah. When
What
did
are
it
we
get
doing?
weird? When did it get weird?
Religion.
They were religious. They had their gods and shit.
But I'm just saying,
They
like,
were also warring all the
people
time
use
too.
like the Bible,
but that
for
was just for
example,
like land.
to like be like one man and one woman, and they use that as like a catch-all be-all for like marriage and homosexuality. When like to you,
Yeah.
but not to everyone.
Yeah. The Bible literally says like stay married even if you're literally miserable. It's so great.
It also tells you you're not allowed to like wear like cotton and like
polyester.
yeah. So
Anyway.
also, I think Jesus was a homosexual. he had his 12 disciples, and you're telling me
You heard it here first, folks.
you're telling me
This may be the episode.
I
that
think
gets
that's
us
why
canceled.
he was so mad that Judas fucked him up, was because he was like, damn, I thought we had something.
Babe, I need to tell you something. I have no idea what happened to Jesus at all. I don't know who Judas is.
He's the one that
I don't know
backstabbed
anything.
him.
Okay.
Like quite literally, I believe.
Anyway, I actually don't know anything about Jesus. I'm not kidding.
You know, okay, you know
this
that
is what
vine?
this is what I know about the Bible. Are you ready?
Okay.
I know Jesus was like put up on the cross and then they put him in a cave.
He was the son of a carpenter, and he became a carpenter.
I literally have never heard that before in my life. I'm not trying to be funny. I know Jesus got put on the cross and then he was put into a cave and then he disappeared from the cave.
For 3 days.
Didn't know about the 3 days part. I'm not kidding. I don't know anything about the Bible except for like, things.
Do you remember when we used to go to Sunday school and we
No,
would just
bitch.
watch?
I cannot remember ever going to Sunday school.
Yeah, we used to
I remember
go.
going to church with Dad's mom.
We would go
because-
with mom's parents.
I remember there was like a little house on the side of the church and we'd go over there for like
food.
snacks. That is all I remember about
Yeah,
church.
mom's parents.
I do remember what is a Baptist guy? What is he?
Is he still a priest?
A
Preacher?
pastor, a preacher?
I don't know the difference between any of those.
Okay, so the guy at the front talking about God and Jesus, that guy, he had Parkinson's.
Yes, and he would
So
shake.
whenever when all the kids would go up and hold hands and do a prayer, I would try to run up there as quickly as I could because I wanted to hold his hand
Because he had shakes.
because he shook.
Okay. Well, when we used to
That's
go
church for me, guys.
to Mom's parents' church, it was a huge church. It was massive.
I do remember theirs was like, and theater style.
Yeah, there was like, I mean, like, it was like an amphitheater. And for a while, they had us going to Sunday school when they would go to like actual church, and they would separate us. And that's why I think I remember it, because I like didn't like being away from like my family and you.
I must have been little.
And I think we were really little. And they would like have like their whole like Sunday school thing, and then we would watch VeggieTales until our parents came and got us. And I just remember watching VeggieTales, really, and being separated from everybody.
I remember Grandma was like a secretary for like a diocese.
Something like that.
It's something.
I don't know why I know so much about Jesus and God.
Because you remember?
I did go to church.
You had your little stint
in 7th grade.
Yeah.
I did.
That's
Judas is the one that
I also
like,
know Adam and Eve. There was an apple they weren't supposed to eat, and the snake told them that on God. The snake said, "Don't eat that." And then
no, the snake convinced Eve to eat the apple.
See, I didn't even know that.
God told them not to.
Oh, God told them not to.
Yeah, and Eve is made from Adam's rib bone. She's literally him.
Why?
Because God wanted to make another like a
We're
companion.
over an hour into this episode. We have not even gotten to John Smith and Pocahontas meeting. I'm not trying to rush you or anything, but anyway,
it doesn't matter.
That's literally all I know about.
You've
the
never
Bible.
seen that Vine?
I don't know shit about
where
the
he's
Bible.
like, Judas.
Yeah, I have. Okay,
Okay.
I didn't know who Judas was.
Judas is the one that like essentially like betrayed Jesus.
I'm just a holy fool, my baby. It's a coup, but I'm still in love with Judas, baby.
Yeah, because you know the song came out on Easter weekend. Anyway, I think we should move on.
So, but I have read like excerpts from the Bible on like Reddit
Scripture.
and like shit like that. Is that what they're called? Scripture. So I've heard, I've like read some
Tidbit.
of those. Yeah. But that's the other thing. There's also like different different versions of the Bible. So I don't even know which Bible I've read from. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know either.
There's different ones. Pocahontas. She jumps into the water. Her companion Miko, who's a raccoon and is very sweet and very adorable and very cute, and Flit, who is a green hummingbird, teal hummingbird.
He's very cute.
They dive after. Well, Miko dives after Pocahontas and takes Flit with him. That was our Pargo's name when I worked at Fort Wilderness.
Flit?
Miko.
Oh,
Yeah, we also had Pumbaa. Pumbaa was the big one.
that's what we called lice when I was a fairy godmother in training. It was our code word for lice.
Miko?
No, Pumbaa.
What are you trying to say? Pumbaa got lice?
It was just like, I don't know where it came from. It was just our code word. So we didn't say lice in front of the parents. But we would check their hair and be like, they have Pumbaa.
Our
Not that
Agent
that's not
P one
obvious,
was Shigo, the Pargo, but that's because
It used to be
Agent P used to be
Impossible.
Impossible. So they just kept the name. So
We're never talking about Pocahontas.
our Pargo was Shigo when I worked at Agent P. And so, okay. Pocahontas flips Nakoma's boat and splashes her. And Nakoma's like, Pocahontas, grow the fuck up.
No, they have a cute little
Yeah, they do. I'm
fight.
kidding.
He.
Yeah.
Besties forever.
Pocahontas spits water in her face, to which Cat would have passed away.
Yeah, water on my face and it spit.
And it's somebody's spit. Cat's
Growing
dying.
up. So no, thank you for me.
Okay. Pocahontas tells Nakoma she's been having like a really crazy dream, and Nakoma's like, you should go tell Grandmother Willow. And she's like, okay, I will go do that.
Wow, Nakoma, you're so hot and so smart. That's a great
Nakoma knows
idea, actually.
everything. So Pocahontas goes and says hi to her dad, Chief Powhatan, and he is like gassing Kocoum up to the whole tribe. He's like, Kocoum literally fought so fucking good. Then he's like, oh my gosh, Pocahontas, it's so good to see you. Gotta talk. You're gonna marry Kocoum.
Yeah, Pocahontas is like, I've been having these crazy dreams that I think something really exciting and good is going to happen. And her dad is like, oh my God, you're so correct. You're getting married.
Yeah, and then he gives her mother's necklace.
Because he said that he was going to give it to her when she got married.
Yeah. And then Chief Powhatan is like, look at the river, Pocahontas. See how calm
And steady.
and collected and steady. Be the river. Because right now you're giving a crazy girl. And I need you to give river.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, I'll think about it.
And then she really thinks about it and she's like, okay, but the river isn't calm, cool, collected, and steady. Like there's rapids, there's waterfalls, like there's wind, like there's other shit happening in there.
Yeah.
And that's how we get just around the river bend.
Literally, the music in this movie is
Slaps.
is 10 out of 10.
It fucks.
This is like another like Aladdin. Like
Yeah.
all the music, it's all good. Banger
It's
on
like
banger on banger.
a seamless transition from like the storyline into the music.
Yeah.
And it like continues the story really well.
Yeah. She's basically like, the river is not calm. It is ever changing and wild. And I you're right, Dad. I do want to be like the river.
Yeah. And then she gets to a fork in the river and she's like, do I go down the steady path, which is where like my dad wants me to go, be like the river. Yeah. Marry Cocoam. Or do I take the path that I usually take, which is the fucking rapids, wild, crazy. You never know what's going to happen. It's ever changing. Guess which one she takes?
Not Cocoam.
Correct. Yeah. She goes down the fucking crazy shit.
Yeah. She said, fuck that man.
She's like,
he's really hot.
She's like, listen, that intern called me a free spirit and they knew what they were talking about.
Free spirit. Pocahontas goes to see Grandmother Willow, who is a talking tree.
Yeah, we literally had a willow tree in our backyard.
And
it was in our neighbor's backyard.
In front of it. So the tree, like, went over the fence, but the branches hung in our yard. And there was literally a stump in our yard.
So we Grandmother Willow.
Literally had a Grandmother Willow. It didn't have a face and it didn't talk, but
that we know
I
of.
played pretend. And
yeah, we sure did play pretend.
Grandmother Willow laughs in the face of the idea of Cocoam. She's like, he's not marrying him.
Too serious for you.
That tree said, do not marry that man.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, chomping at the bit here. Tell me about the dream, queen. And Pocahontas is like, it's just an arrow. I just see an arrowhead and it's spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and it stops. And Grandmother Willow is like, not a lot to work with.
She says it's pointing you to your path. And Pocahontas is like, well, where's my path? And Grandmother Willow's like, that's for you to find out. But also your mom asked me the same thing.
Yeah.
How fucking weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And she was like, and I just like I couldn't tell her, I can't tell you because it's your choice to make. And you just have to listen. Listen to the world around you and it'll help you make that choice.
Yeah, listen to the breeze. That's what she does.
Yeah.
She listens to the wind.
Yeah, she hears something on the wind and she says there's something coming. Yeah. There's strange clouds.
It's sails on a boat.
Yeah. But she doesn't know that.
Pocahontas is so stupid.
Oh my God, so ignorant and dumb.
What a moron.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the sails of the ship, of John Smith's ship. So then we have a cut scene to John Smith chatting with the governor. That's the conversation you were talking about, where he's like, yeah, I know how to handle them. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, he just says, I'll take care of any natives we come across. Yeah, that's literally all he says.
He kills them.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
He's a good guy. They reach the land. Pocahontas is spying on them. And John Smith goes exploring. I think John Smith just loves nature.
Yeah, he does literally say.
He doesn't help them like build at all. He's like, I'm checking the terrain out.
He's exploring.
Yeah, he's an explorer.
Yeah.
He runs into Miko and gives him some biscuits. So him and Miko are best friends now.
By biscuits, we mean cookies.
No, those are biscuits. What we call biscuits are wrong. Those are something else that I don't know.
I'm saying in American.
Yeah. And he also meets Flit, but Flit does not like him.
Yeah, no.
Flit's trying to fight him.
And Pocahontas is like hiding behind a tree, trying not to get caught.
Back to Governor Radcliffe. He is gassing the boys up. He's like, we're going to find gold. We're going to dig up the land. We're going to get rich and we're going to go home. And this another banger, which is, I don't know the name of the song. Probably Dig.
Yeah, right? I don't know the name of it either. Dig.
Literally, when he says, dig up Virginia boys.
My favorite is...
It fucking hits the same every time.
Wiggins rolling out with the wheelbarrow going, hey, nunny, nunny, hey, nunny, nunny.
Hey, nunny, nunny.
I love that for him. That little gay boy.
Oh my God. Also, this song is so good.
Right before the song starts, Radcliffe brings out a map of the land, and it's a rough shape of North America. And it's just the whole top of North America is just Virginia. And then there's a tiny little corner. It just says La Florida. And I was
La Florida.
Slay.
And then Mexico.
We made it.
Mexico been there.
Yeah. So close. Yeah, but they're singing about how they're searching for gold. They're not building like a shelter. They're not trying to find
They're going
food.
to.
They're immediately digging
Yeah.
for gold because Radcliffe is like, bring me gold or you all die.
There's literally one part where they're all like, I mean, obviously it's theatrical because it's a Disney movie, but they're all like in a circle around Radcliffe, like digging holes and like flinging the dirt.
It's so good.
So good.
It's so good.
so awesome.
It's so stupid.
And then of course, John Smith is just like, I love it here. It's
this is
giving.
where
The
he's
nature is nature.
literally singing about how he loves the land. He loves to explore. He loves just going to see new places.
But he does say that he wants to like, he's like, this is the wilderness I've been looking for to ruin. It's kind of what he's saying.
Yeah,
now. He's like, I'm going to put buildings here.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's just crazy that you can look at like all of that and think, I can't wait to put buildings
I can't wait to put a Walmart right on this waterfall.
Not a Walmart.
Cannot wait to put
They have those in
Payless shoes right
1804.
I don't know.
Where this takes place.
It's like the 1600s.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to look it up?
I was just throwing numbers out there. When did we sign this?
1600s.
There was a thing at the beginning. I think it said 1604.
Anyway, yeah. So John just loves nature and wants to look at nature
And build a Walmart.
He is like chilling by a waterfall. There's a lot of waterfalls in this movie.
I think it's the same one.
I love waterfalls. No, this is a different one for sure.
Okay.
He is by a waterfall. And Pocahontas sees him, so she goes to like spy on him. But once she gets to the waterfall, he's gone.
Well, he saw her
Yeah, he saw
reflection at the top of the hill.
her. Yeah,
So he's like,
He's
gonna
good.
see what's happening.
he's observant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So he pulls his gun out on her, though.
He has it lit. Remember when
He was gonna
I was going to say,
shoot
do you
her.
remember when you have the lit? But we don't remember that. We were
I
not
also never shot a gun. I've shot a BB gun.
Do you remember when you used to light the fire to shoot
A
people?
musket.
Literally.
Oh, that was so annoying. I used to light our muskets.
Yeah. What a good time. I miss those times.
He's literally gonna shoot her. But then he's like, never mind, smash.
Okay.
He sees her and he's like, hot.
Boom or smash. Those are his options.
Yeah. Smash or not smash
shoot
or
or
pass. Smash or shoot.
Shoot or
Yeah.
smash.
Pocahontas?
Yeah. No, I was saying.
I'm not shooting anybody.
No, I'm not asking you.
Those are the options. I'm fucking.
I don't care how
everybody.
ugly you are. I'm
I
smashing.
don't want to kill anybody. That's so sad.
Yeah. So he decides on shoot or smash, and he's like,
He's like,
damn,
smash.
smash.
Smash for sure.
Hey.
She runs away.
Yeah, he puts his gun down to like approach her, and she fucking runs.
Fuck
which
you,
like,
John
well,
Smith.
at first she doesn't though. I think that's also why he's so intrigued. Is she didn't like even flinch when he came out of the fucking water.
She doesn't know what a gun is. She doesn't know to be scared of it.
Okay, but like, if I don't care if he has a gun or something
She's
in his
probably
hands.
like, what the fuck is that?
If some strange person hops out of a waterfall, I'm gonna like jump scare.
No, not Pocahontas. She's a bad bitch.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's like intrigued by that.
Yeah. He runs after her and he catches up to her and he like grabs her boat. She's trying to get the fuck out of there. And they realize they cannot talk to each other because she speaks Algonquin and he speaks English.
But don't worry. Grandmother Willow grants her magic
Yeah.
to.
It's not Grandmother Willow, it's the spirits.
Okay, the spirits grant Pocahontas
English. Yeah. Magic. It's a Disney movie, okay?
I know,
It had to
but,
be a little mythical somehow.
Listen. Also, he's like talking to her, and then he's like, "Oh, you don't understand me."
Yeah, that part I was like, okay, John Smith, you're a fucking
obviously
idiot.
like the audacity of men. In any
white
timeline,
men.
especially white men.
White men are the worst.
They are.
I'm white, so I can say that.
Correct. Even
They
if I wasn't, I would still say
That's
it.
so true. I, as a white person, give everyone permission to
hate on white men. For real.
Anyway, they can talk to each other now.
They give each other their names.
Yeah. She's like Pocahontas, and he's like, God bless you.
He said, "What the fuck did she say?"
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck, bitch? Can I get a nickname?
Park-Your-Car-cus.
Oh, no. I have to know if Park-Your-Car-cus is universal now. I feel so silly.
know.
Do other people say that?
I don't know.
Goose got my foot.
Did we get him?
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy. Cut to the Algonquin men. They are spying on the Englishmen. they're talking about how there's maybe like 100 of them. They're like, cake, we're killing them. The natives are like, we're gonna fucking murder these guys. They're clearly trouble.
Yeah, like they're pulling up
digging
on
up
their
the land, cutting down trees,
Yeah.
screaming, being loud,
being white,
disturbing the wilderness. Like, I'm honestly kind of on the side of the Native
absolutely
Americans.
on their
I think
side.
Kill all the white men.
Yeah.
I think that's the best choice.
Yeah,
for
but
everybody.
Percy sees
Percy.
Yeah.
Get some chill.
the dog. He gets freaked out.
He starts barking.
And then they see the tribe, and so the white men start shooting at them.
Yeah. And
shoot first, ask questions later, I guess.
the men start shooting, and they, of course, a poor Native American gets shot and dies, probably. No, he doesn't die.
No, he doesn't die.
But the shaman does shake a turtle shell over his bullet wound, so hopefully he's okay after that.
Melissa said, I'm shocked that it didn't remove the bullet from his body immediately.
I gotta give you one of those turtle shells.
Damn,
Get rid of all my ailments.
do you think it'll make us less mentally ill?
We can't. We have to try it. I don't want to kill a turtle, though. We have to get a turtle, raise it, and wait for it to die, and then we can use its shell for magic.
You should have told me that when I was like 13 and I had turtles.
Yeah, remember that? When you got 2 turtles and named them Fred and George. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And Mom bought a calcium bar, and I
Yeah.
said, that is way too big for their tank. It's going to poison them.
And then it killed them.
That's literally what happened.
Yep.
Our mother,
I
the
did
turtle
name
murderer.
them Fred and George, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did forget their names.
Big Harry Potter stan, yeah. Also, our dad's name is Fred.
Yeah, but I was thinking about him.
Yeah.
But 2 of my 3 cars were named after Harry Potter characters.
My cars have all been named after
The
Sims characters.
Yeah. Anyway.
John and Pocahontas are learning from each other. Pocahontas learns what a helmet is. John Smith learns
Hello and goodbye.
hello. They learn handshaking. Hello, goodbye.
And he says he likes hello better. It's very
Yeah.
cute, I think.
Yeah, that was pretty hot.
They used
I
like,
would have made out right there.
It's kind of like sign language too. Like they don't just like say words. They use like a,
Yeah.
wingapo.
Well, we say like bye.
I mean, I guess. But like
That's literally Pocahontas is doing bye.
wingapo.
like, hey.
I literally know that not because of the movie, but because like they do it in the parades at Disney. Wingapo.
You should have kept that to yourself.
Miko starts ravaging John Smith's bag and starts eating all of his food, and then he steals his compass.
He does. He thinks it's a biscuit.
Yeah, but he can't eat it, so he runs off with it, and John Smith is like, whatever, he can fucking keep it, I guess. And this is when John Smith is like telling Pocahontas, like, yeah, like
About Walmart.
We're here to improve your lives. We're gonna give you guys roads and better houses and buildings, because you guys are savages. And she's like, "What the fuck? Who are you? Who are you calling a savage?"
This is what
and
happens
he's
to
like,
me also on every first date. It seems like it's going really well, and then they say
open their
one
mouth.
thing where I'm like, I've got to go.
"Yeah."
I've got to go, mate.
Yeah, so then he's like, "No, you aren't a savage, but like your people are. They're ignorant." And she's like, "So I'm ignorant?" And he's like, "No, not you.
You think I'm an ignorant savage.
And then that's literally,
And you've been so many places. I guess it must be so. But still I cannot see. If the savage one is me, how can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. Hold a gun to my head and ask me a song I know every word to. It's this song.
yeah.
I know every word.
In multiple versions too, because there is the Disney Mania version that fucks.
I literally
The
love
movie
this
version.
song so much.
It's pretty good.
Colors of the Wind
And like,
is the best Disney
Again,
song of like all time.
you know,
Not trying to be crazy or
not
anything.
to continue to talk about how fucking gorgeous this movie is, but like this part, I can't even, like, with the shadows, like the spirits, the sunflowers, the freaking eagle eye that they like,
It's so beautiful.
every part of it is perfect.
It is cinematic gold.
It is cinematic gold. I
Colors
would
of the
agree.
Wind.
Cinematic
Oh
gold.
my God.
Yeah.
So good. And I
real.
know literally every
On God, for real. Yeah.
word for real.
It is quite beautiful. And she's literally telling him, like, maybe you guys are better with like your houses and your roads, but like we listen to the land and like we're more in tune with like what we got going on here.
Yeah, like we don't want any of it.
It works for us. We don't need what you guys are offering us.
Right.
And John Smith is like,
on period.
Okay, but Walmart.
But have you been to Walmart?
Have you been to Wally World?
The prices are so low. Yeah, so Pocahontas is like, we're not really trying to have any of that. And then she hears the war drums and she's like, hey, that's bad.
Yeah. And he's
bad.
like, oh, I want to see you again. And she's like, no.
Yeah. They do like embrace though for a minute. And she's like, yeah, I can't.
She thinks about it. She does do a double
this is
thing.
Probably bad.
Yeah.
So she goes off, to be with her people, and John Smith goes off to be with his people, and they're setting up their fort. And
finally,
Thomas can tell something is wrong with John Smith. He's like, you're being cranky.
He's like distracted, and he obviously hasn't like been there.
Right. Governor Radcliffe is super mad because they're not finding gold.
Also, all the men are complaining over the fact that like they're busy like scouring the land for gold, building this fort, trying to find food. Like they don't have food. And Radcliffe is just like up in his tent doing fuck all like this whole time.
He has a crick in his spine. A crick in me spine.
Yeah.
That's what he says in the song.
But also he's just useless to begin with.
Yeah, he's just useless.
Yeah.
But he thinks that the Native Americans know where gold is.
Yeah, he thinks they're hiding it from them, and that's why they attacked to begin with.
Yeah. Which is like, they don't need gold. They don't
But he
buy
doesn't
anything.
know that. Right. Ugh. Yeah.
Y'all pick up a book. You know what I mean? Pocahontas and Nakoma are picking corn, maize, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
It's
hot corn.
Hot corn.
Went two different directions.
Oh
with
my
that.
God.
I do love the corn song.
Oh my God. If you don't know what hot corn is,
listen to our Annie episode. I'm literally begging. It's so funny.
That's probably the dumbest episode we've ever had.
You think that's it?
Yeah, I think we sounded really stupid in that episode. I think we really showed how dumb we were.
I think this one is gonna top that.
No, this one's just hard because it's a sensitive subject.
I just talked about Jesus for 45 minutes and I don't know anything about him, so
you know more than me. Yeah, so the chief comes to talk to Nakoma and Pocahontas. He's like, hey, don't go far. And Pocahontas is like, okay, well, now I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to send Kokom to like watch you guys to like make sure nothing happens. And Poca is like,
gotta go.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, John Smith like pops out of the corn. Jump scare. Jump scare. And Pocahontas is like, Nakoma, please do not tell me I'm going with this white man.
Yeah, also, Nakoma just listens to her speak English out of fucking nowhere. Yeah. And she's like,
the fuck? Hello? When did you learn fucking English?
About 2 days ago, the spirits gave me.
Yeah,
there was some
I know it now.
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. You missed it.
There were shadows happening. So John Smith and Pocahontas are, taking a lovely stroll through the forest, and he's asking her about gold. And she's like, oh, yeah, I've got gold. And she pulls out her ear of corn.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's more like this. And then he shows her like a coin. And she's like, yeah, that's not happening here.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, if like all the men I was with like knew that,
they would leave.
They would want to leave. And she's like, well, are you gonna leave?
Yeah.
And he literally says like, I've never felt like so connected to a place as I do to here. And he's like, and there's nothing for me like back home.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on for me there.
There's no corn there.
There's no Pocahontas there.
Pocahontas takes John. It sounds so informal.
I called him Smith in my notes.
John Smith. It's got to be it's like Harry Potter. I feel wrong calling him Harry. I want to give him his proper name.
I called him Smith or John Smith my notes the whole time.
Pocahontas takes John Smith to talk to Grandmother Willow. He is like, I'm talking to a tree.
The tree is talking to me and it has a face.
So
what the fuck?
Cool. And she's like, I can tell this man has a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she says that he's handsome inside and out. He's like,
I like this tree. I like this tree.
Yeah.
The boys come looking for John Smith, so
I love that
they have to hide.
You've given them such nice names. Do you know what I called them the entire time in my notes?
The icky yucky white men.
The white men.
Yeah.
Every time I talked about any of them other than John Smith, it was the white men.
The whiteys.
The white men. Yeah.
So they come to look for John Smith, and so he leaves. So
they like hide. And Grandmother Willow,
we are 2 hours into this episode, babes. We've got to cut some shit short here. We're gonna talk about Pocahontas for 4. This is gonna be our first 4-hour episode.
And
we've
none of
got
it is
to
about
move
Pocahontas.
on. We've got to move on.
Okay, well they hide from them, and then Grandmother Willow beats their asses.
Are you happy
as a
now?
tree? Yeah.
Okay. John Smith goes back to his men, and Pocahontas goes back to her people, and this is when Never Knew You instrumental plays.
Yeah.
And I love it. Best song ever.
Yeah.
One of the other Algonquin like tribes, I think there were like multiple.
Yeah.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure.
I think that's what it is.
They
too.
come to help
to fight against the white men.
The white men.
Yeah.
And Pocahontas is talking to Chief Powhatan, and she's like, listen, if one of them did want to talk to you and try to like talk this out, would you listen? And he's like, of course.
He's like, yeah,
they're
but
not
they
gonna
don't.
do that.
Yeah.
They are the savages.
They're
truly.
shoot first, ask questions later.
So she's like, okay, well, I think maybe I could I don't know, maybe I could convince one of them. No, I haven't been talking to any of them, but maybe.
I'm just taking a guess.
I'm just like, maybe it could happen.
Just throwing it out there, you know?
John Smith tells all the men, he's like, there's no gold here. I've been a lot of places and I can tell that there's no gold. So we should just get out of here. You know what I mean? Let's not kill the Native Americans. Let's just leave. There's no gold.
Yeah.
And
Radcliffe calls them liars.
Yeah.
Says that they're hiding it from them. And then he's like, anyone who doesn't kill the Native Americans on site is going to get quartered and hanged.
Yeah. And he's like, this is our land. Like, we have to defend it. And John Smith is like, we got here 2 weeks ago.
They've been here.
This is literally not our land.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it is. It's Jamestown. I named it Jamestown after the king, and we live here.
Yeah.
So he's in Delulu land.
White man.
Pocahontas goes to John Smith against Nicoma's wishes. She's like, please, I will snitch on you. And she does. Nicoma goes to Kocoum and is like, Pocahontas has been running around with this white guy, and we gotta fucking help her.
Not good, mate.
Like, I don't know what's up with her. She's fucking lost her shit.
Yeah, and on the other end, Thomas sees John Smith leave, and he goes to follow him. And Radcliffe also saw John Smith leave and tells Thomas to follow him and shoot any Native Americans that he sees. And he says, "Don't disappoint him, like he already has been disappointing him." So
yeah, it's so rude.
It's pretty bad.
So Poca and John meet up at Grandmother Willow, and they're chatting, trying to figure out what to do. Because John Smith is like, I could go talk to your father, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. Like they want to kill you, and you guys want to kill us. Like, I just don't think talking is even gonna do anything at this point. And Grandmother Willow is like, look at this ripple in the water, pokes the water, and she's like, see how it starts out as just a tiny little dot, and then it makes big waves? That you guys are the ripple.
You guys are the ripple.
You guys are that first drop.
And John Smith is like, you're so fucking right.
Wow, this tree is so smart.
I'm gonna go talk to the chief.
Yeah.
And then they make out.
Which is bad because Kocoum and Thomas are watching them. So
yeah, Kocoum attacks John Smith. One, because he's pissed. He's making out with his girl. But also it's a white man, so I think that's fair and valid.
really bad.
And then Thomas shows up and shoots Kocoum for attacking John Smith.
And Kocoum dies.
He does die.
R.I.P.
The first time Thomas actually hits something in his life.
And it's fucking my guy Kocoum. I love Kocoum.
Anyway, when Kocoum
hot.
dies, he ripped Pocahontas' necklace.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, so John Smith tells Thomas to run because they hear some of the tribe running up.
Yeah,
And
John
so-
basically is like, they can take me instead of you.
Yeah, so the tribe does grab John Smith and they're going to kill him tomorrow.
Yeah, at sunrise. And then they're going to go kill everybody else.
Yeah, and then
That's the plan, Stan.
the chief tells Pocahontas that he's shamed by her.
Yeah.
for dating a
Not
white
because she
man.
has her titties out.
No, that's fine.
That's
It's because she's dating a white man. I would be ashamed if my daughter also dated a white man.
Well,
I understand the plight.
we get it.
Nakoma apologizes to Pocahontas and is like, yo, it's my fault because I was a
Nakoma
snitch.
killed Kocoum, if you ask me.
Yeah. And Pocahontas is like,
It should be on her conscience.
yeah, it's really sad that Kocoum died, but I'm also never going to see John Smith again.
well,
She literally could not care less that Kocoum just got shot and killed. She's like, I'm never going to see that white man with the scary blue eyes ever again. And Nakoma's like, okay, bet.
Yeah.
And takes them to the tent and is like, hey, Pocahontas wants to look into the eyes of the man that murdered her fiance.
yeah.
And so they let Pocahontas in to see John Smith. And do you know what he says to her?
You love her.
He says, I'd rather die tomorrow than live 100 years without knowing you.
It's so sweet.
I can't even get a text back. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
So sweet.
Also, his shirt is like not on him.
Yeah.
They just had to make him look a little slutty before they killed him.
His shirt's all like ripped open.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, they tore my shirt off.
I think they just took his armor off.
Oh.
But he does look a little slutty.
Thomas returns to the white men and they're like ready to fight.
Yeah, Radcliffe says, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, let's fight the Native Americans. This is all their fault. Now
They're
they have our
holding all the
best
gold.
fighter and they have all the gold.
Yeah, he's crazy.
I mean, yeah.
So they're like distributing guns. The Native Americans are sounding their war drums.
And this is savages, barely even human.
The
savages,
words to
savages.
this song were heavily edited. The original version
really?
is like not PC at all. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's how they would have actually spoken though. Like there were words worse than savages. It was changed to savages. So you
Wait,
can
when
only
it was like
imagine.
released?
No.
Oh, like before it was
Yeah.
released?
Before it was released.
I'm sure it was worse.
Yeah. So it got edited
Damn, that's so interesting,
to
actually.
savages. So yeah, I read the original lyrics. I was like,
Oh, damn. Yeah, John Smith is about to get fucking murdered and he does a little hair flip.
yeah. Any last words, John Smith?
And he flips his hair. He does a little emo boy hair flip.
Just a hair flip, please.
Yeah, Pocahontas is talking to Grandmother Willow and she's like, I followed the wrong path and now all my friends and family are gonna die. My boyfriend, my white man, is gonna die. Like everyone's
Pocahontas asked Grandmother about my boyfriend.
everyone's going to die because I chose the wrong path. And Miko, to like make her feel better, like to console her, hands her the compass that he stole from John Smith at the beginning of the movie, and it's spinning. It's the spinning arrow.
Yeah, it wasn't an arrow. It was a compass.
It was a compass, and then it points not north, but to John Smith.
Yeah,
Incredible. We love magic.
it's so magical.
Yeah, so she runs to save John Smith, and everyone's like getting ready to attack on both sides.
This part's really pretty too.
Yeah, they meet
It
up.
shows like Pocahontas running,
and
but
then
it's
all
like
of them
also
getting
over,
ready.
Like the two
gearing up for war.
two different
Two
sides
sides.
gearing up.
Yeah, it is really crazy. They have John Smith on like an overhang and like the
An
white
overhang?
men.
It's like a cliff.
It's not very high up though.
Okay,
And the white men
What's
are
an
on one
overhang,
side.
really, though?
A small cliff.
No, but like, what is an? I don't know what an overhang is. I don't know.
What they were standing on.
Okay. I guess that was me. That was my tum tum. I had jalapeno pizza before this.
Anyway, they're on a small cliff.
I just don't know what an overhang is. I think.
And the white men are on like one side, and then the Native Americans are on the other, and then like Chief Powhatan's on the top with John Smith, head on a rock. He's gonna bash his skull in, but he has like a
meager
walking stick with like I don't know. It looks like a fucking hardened cantaloupe on top. Like it's.
Yeah, what do you think that was? Do you think it was a rock? Just like a smoothed out rock?
There's no way it was a rock.
Yeah.
He's gonna bash
He was
John
gonna bash
Smith's
his head
skull
with
in.
with like a piddly little stick.
Yeah, and so Pocahontas throws herself over him and is like,
Kill me too.
Stop, don't do that.
No, she's literally like, kill me also.
Yeah, she literally says, I love him, and if he dies, I die.
Kill me too.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
She literally says, if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Yeah, and then she's like, listen, we can stop this. Like, we don't have to kill each other. We just need to listen. Like, I understand them. They understand me. Like, we can figure this out. And Powhatan listens to her and listens to the wind.
He says she's wise and she has courage and understanding.
Yeah, beyond her years. And then he says that she's smarter than him, essentially.
He doesn't want to kill anymore. He's like, I'm never killing ever again unless...
That's not really what he says. He says, I'm not going to start the killing.
That's what I was about to say. Unless they started.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not going to start it, but I will finish it.
So Radcliffe on the sidelines is like, shoot these motherfuckers.
Nobody does.
And they're all like, no.
Yeah.
They're super chill.
They let John Smith go.
They're vibing up there on the cliff, on the overhang.
On the overhang.
They're straight vibing.
Yeah.
So Radcliffe takes a gun and shoots Chief Powhatan.
Except John Smith jumps in front of the bullet for him.
Throws a block in.
Yeah. So they
takes one for the team.
So the
Is he still like tied up?
Oh,
John Smith, or was he untied at this
no,
point?
I think she untied him.
Oh, it'd be funny if he wasn't. He just like flopped like a seal in front of the bullet.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
So the white men tie up Radcliffe and they're gonna return him to England.
Yeah, some of them are gonna go back.
Yeah,
They
not all of
decide.
them.
But some of them stay. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Jamestown. Yeah.
It exists now.
They did
Yeah.
that.
So
They really did that.
and then they have to take John Smith back to England to heal because there's not
turtle
like
shell ain't gonna do
medicine to save him from a bullet
The
wound.
turtle shell ain't working on this one.
No, it's too
He got
too
shot
embedded.
like in the chest.
Yeah, it's in the chest. He's not gonna make it across that boat
Defo would have died, right?
of like sepsis or something.
There's
Yeah,
no way. It probably took like forever.
blood loss, sepsis. Who
Infected
knows?
in like a day, dead by the next. Like there's
Correct.
no fucking way.
Yeah, I agree.
They did not have antibacterial. Like,
No.
shit.
For sure did not. They were throwing shit in the street. I don't think they were saving him.
Because there's that one guy, what's his name? Phineas Gage, that like literally he like had like an axe in his head or whatever, and he lived for like years and
I
years.
think that's just luck. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're about to like put Smith into a boat to put him in the ship, and he's like, no. We can't leave until Pocahontas arrives. And she does arrive with a lot of her tribe carrying food for them.
Yeah.
That's so nice because they literally didn't have food.
Yeah. And then Percy and Miko and Flit remade her necklace for her.
Yeah, Percy stays behind. He's the
Percy is
first
staying.
domesticated dog in America.
First dog.
Like,
First dog in
he
America.
is the first
First
dog. Yeah. Pocahontas also gives John Smith a bag full of willow tree bark to help with the pain.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, I
Really
know.
works.
It does work.
Chewing on that bark.
Pocahontas says she wants to go to London with John Smith, but she's needed here.
She has to help the Jamestown people.
Yeah. And then he's like, well, I'll stay here. And she's like, you'll literally die. And I literally refuse that.
Yeah.
And we're together always anyway. Yeah. So it's fine. And then they send him off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this part's also really pretty. Pocahontas like runs next to the ship as it like goes out to harbor. And she watches it go from the cliff from the beginning of the movie.
It's beautiful.
And then they say Wingapo. They say hello to each other as
because he doesn't like goodbye.
Yeah. And then that's the end.
Goodbyes. And then we get the credits with I Never Knew You.
Yeah, with words.
I never knew you. If I never felt this way.
It's pretty good.
It's like the best song ever. Would you like to go first?
Sure. I gave Pocahontas 10 out of 10.
If you gave it anything less, I would have set you on fire.
I do really enjoy this movie. It's gorgeous. It's obviously one. I was 3 years old when this movie came out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one that I've like grown up watching my whole life. I literally have a picture of me getting this VHS for Christmas. I have a photo of baby me holding the VHS to this fucking movie. Like, I love this movie. It's gorgeous. Again, I can't speak on the historical factors for it, but like separating it from that, I just think it's so pretty. Like, I love the characters. Like, I think the way they like villainized white men is perfect. Like, I just really enjoy it. So it's it's pretty high for me. It's sitting at number 13. So it's underneath The Princess Diaries, but it is above Cinderella 2015.
I love it. I also gave Pocahontas a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
I fucking love this movie. I literally was so in love with John Smith growing
We
up.
really did.
I had a John Smith Barbie doll, and I didn't even play with my Ken dolls. I only played with John Smith.
Did you dress as him for Halloween once?
No, I was Hercules one year.
That's what it was. Okay.
Hercules is like another
We
one.
did have a John Smith Barbie doll.
All the songs in this movie are fucking god tier. I literally love the colors. Like it just feels like a really good Disney movie.
Like a well-rounded movie.
It's so good. And yeah, I love that it villainized
White men.
It's my number 5.
Wow.
Pocahontas is literally probably like, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite movies like ever. I like love this movie so much. So it's definitely up there. It's below Toy Story and above a Goofy movie.
Wow.
Just like songs alone, like it's so good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
The movie is just like a bonus.
You talking about the Barbie we had? I just remembered he was like a soft body, but then like his
he had
arms,
a soft body. Like you couldn't take off his armor.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Why'd they make him like that?
I also had a Captain Phoebus like that.
Yes, I do remember Captain Phoebus.
But Captain
was like that
Phoebus was like, even his arms and legs were soft. The John Smith just had a soft upper
Well, it was
body.
his chest up to like his elbows and then his knees. And then like below that was hard on the John Smith one.
Those were my boys.
Interesting.
Phoebus and John Smith. My Ken dolls.
I love that. Are you ready to guess?
I love guessing.
I picked a Christmas movie.
Okay. It's about that time.
Yeah. It is. It's like a 1.5 kind of. It's not really a sequel, but I guess kind of a sequel. I think it
the
takes
Beauty and the
place.
Beast one?
Yeah.
What's
I'm
it
pretty
called?
sure it takes
Magical
place.
Christmas. Don't tell me what it's called.
Okay.
Belle's Enchanted Christmas.
It's called The Enchanted Christmas,
Okay.
but I always thought it was called Belle's Enchanted Christmas. I wonder if they changed the name of it.
I love this one.
Or if it's like the Berenstain Bears, where I'm just like remembering it incorrectly. Because I always thought it was called Belle's Enchanted Christmas. I'm pretty
I don't
sure
remember. I haven't seen it since I was like a kid, so I
it
wonder if it
takes
holds
place during. I have.
Yeah.
It takes
No
place
shit. Beast is a
during.
beast.
Yeah, I know. But like, it's during the Christmas part where
Yeah.
she like wears her cute little pink dress and everything.
up where she shuddered at his paw.
Yeah. No, I've seen this movie like relatively recently.
Really? Is it still? I bet it's not that good.
It's okay. The villain is actually fucking horrifying, I think.
Really? I don't even remember there being a villain. Is it one of the inanimate objects?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I'm not telling you
dog.
who voices the person
really?
either because it's really good.
There's a bad guy, and it's one of the inanimate objects.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I remember
relatively
loving it as like a
recently.
little kid. But
It's kind of scary.
I don't remember any.
I remember. So when you eat at Be Our Guest during Christmas, they add Christmas decorations to it, and they have the Christmas tree, and it has the angel from this, like on top, Angelique,
I do remember the angel.
and she's at the top of the tree
slay.
at
Gets
Be
put
Our
away
Guest.
every year.
Yeah,
for,
literally.
like,
She's like
50
up in
years
the attic.
at the house.
Yeah,
They shut her away.
for sure.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see who the villain is.
I don't want you to look up anything.
No, I won't.
Okay, because
I'm pumped.
they're scary,
Okay.
and their voice actor is
Slay.
Chef's Kiss. I didn't
Is
even
it
have
Tom
to look it up.
Hiddleston?
No.
I don't know why that was my first guess. It's somebody
know
who
if
like
he was
love,
old enough.
So I really want to like guess who it was.
I mean, you can try and guess.
Is it somebody like that though? Maybe like a Tom Hiddleston, or am I like way off?
I don't want to say you're way off. They've done voice acting and regular acting. Like they're a very well known person.
Brad Pitt,
And they've been in Disney movies. No.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Am I even close at all?
With the beginning letter of the name.
Of what? Which one?
The first name.
Brad Pitt.
No, the other
Tom
one.
Cruise?
Yeah. It's close to Tom.
Tim Allen. Tim. What other fucking Tims are there? Tim. I don't know why I can't think of any more Tims. Tim. Tim.
Do you need me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
They're in a Muppets movie.
Tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why can't I think of any Tims?
I don't know. They're also in, we talked about a movie that he is in relatively recently because we talked about maybe doing it for Patreon. And then you said
think Tim is throwing me off.
And then you said it was too sexual, you think, to do for
Tim
Patreon.
Curry.
Yeah.
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tim threw me off. I was like,
sorry.
I don't know any Tims. Oh, I love Tim Curry. He has done a lot of voice acting.
Yeah. But also like regular acting too. So.
He's well-rounded.
Yeah.
He's a great villain.
He does very good at this villain because the villain scares the fuck out of me.
I can't wait.
It's pretty good.
I'm pumped.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Join us on Patreon. It's linked on our website, which is linked in the show notes or in the YouTube notes. I don't know what those are called.
Yeah.
What is that called? Description.
Yeah, description.
We're new to YouTube.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening.
We're
over
new
there.
to the tube.
We're new to the tube.
Follow us on TikTok.
Give us 5 stars.
Melissa works really
What's all the
hard
other
on our
stuff?
TikToks.
Yeah.
And they're pretty fun. Share them, save them, watch them, like them, comment. Do all of the
Share
things.
them with your friends.
Yeah.
Or Goose will starve to death.
That is what happens.
Feed Goose. Why don't
Yeah.
you feed Goose?
Look at him. He's starving.
For $5 a month.
You too.
You too can feed Goose.
You can.
He doesn't eat enough. That's why he's so skinny. No big fat at all. He doesn't like when I pank him hams.
He hates his hams
He's
being
mad at
panked.
me now. He's going to fight me.
Okay, we love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.
These opinions are our own and are in no way associated with the film or the film's production company.
The Tragical Podcast cover art is created by Johnny the Alchemist.
The Tragical intro was produced by Ja Reezy.
Links to our social media and Patreon can be found on our website, located in the show notes.
Thanks for listening.
To Tragical.
Tragical.